Hello and welcome. Hello, everybody. Come on in. My name is Mary June Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and I just came in for my meditation. So it's I'm just feeling good. I didn't get to finish it all, but I just came to it was the breathing exercise at the end, and whoa, man, I love it. Thanks for the comments, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Shar, good morning, Sherry and Tanya and Katrina. Good morning, Dawn. It is wow. It was. I'm just like, whoa, just coming off this meditation, and it was really nice. So my meditation that it's a prosperity one that I've been doing. It's a prosperity for abundance, and it is one that uses. It's around 25 minutes long, and it's a 40-day Satnam that I'm doing. I started it on May 1st. I've been doing this one off and on for a while, but this one is that I sort of put it out and I said, no, I got to do this one for 40 days. And whew, it's pretty powerful. And just, it is very activating. There's a lot of arm action with it and doing different things with the arms. And so it's really good for the biceps, that's for sure. And it really gets your arms, gets you really going and gets that energy moving. So welcome everybody. Let me get the show on the road. There we go. Got some stuff going. So a few things, as you can see down below. Why 40 days? Because 40 days is an activation of your cells. 40 days is a renewal. So if you look at anything that you do within 40 days, 21 days is to set is to change a habit, right? So 21 days, you'll change a habit. 40 days is what's going to be rewriting what is on your cells, on your, especially because your cells communicate whatever your beliefs are. So if you're doing a Satnam, if you are doing, say, prayer beads or anything like that to Ganesh, or you will do it for 40 days. And that's going to set that energy in motion, right? And Jesus went into, you find it all throughout different spiritualities, different beliefs. Jesus went into the desert for 40 days, 40 nights. Venus is going into the underworld for 40 days and 40 nights. And that's going to be a death and a renewal for her. Like she's going from the evening star into the morning star. So we know scientifically that our cells renew themselves on an average of about 40 days. Their blood cells like going in there. So, and they carry a message. So consciously they have a message. And when they carry that message, it goes, it vibrates through our body. So if you have a message in your body that you keep telling yourself over and over, then that's what the message is. In Kundalini Yoga, what they find when we do things for a certain amount of time, and what it does, it activates different things within our bodies, our intestines, it activates our blood flow, the clarity of our mind, and it removes obstacles. When you're going like this, it's like you're removing any obstacles that are within your in your roadway, so that you can actually begin to bring that forth. I've done a lot of ones on karma, releasing a lot of karma along the road, and releasing karma is a big one, like both, any obstacles or blockages of karma that I've had. So I've done a lot of that throughout my spiritual practice, and found that in doing that, of course, when you're removing something, you got to make sure you know what you want to bring in. So with the meditation at the end of this, it's you take a moment and you sit to reflect, what is the prosperity, what is that abundance that you want to bring forth into your world? What does it feel like as you're doing this meditation? What does it look like? So it's very powerful. So thanks for the question, Cynthia. And when you ask me a question, whoa. Yeah, it's never a simple answer, right? With me, it's always something a lot more. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. I know Mother's Day is tomorrow for all of those beautiful mothers that are out there, and bringing you so much love for all that you are having to do recently. There's so much that's going on and having to do it all. So want to talk a little bit what's going on this weekend with, especially with what the shenanigans of the planets are doing. So we do have the Venus opposite the moon. So the Venus is in this opposition, and it's the first time the moon has met up with the nodes, the south nodes in Sagittarius for 19 years. So it's the first time. And so that really brought up some, is bringing up some issues, bringing up some energies that are going on there. And I'm going to have to close my door because, hey, everybody woke up in my house all at once. So TV went on, everything went on. And of course, when you're doing things live, shit happens, baby. So this energy that's coming in, and Venus is almost, she has stopped. She's almost stopped because she goes retrograde on Tuesday, Wednesday, thereabouts, and then Jupiter goes retrograde. And so she's coming into a stop, and she's looking at the moon, and she's going across. Hey, good morning, Candace. She's looking across at the moon and saying, hey, what's going on, baby? What's happening here? And the moon is wanting to illuminate some information. What's going on? It's kind of weird in here. I got this new person in here that I haven't seen for a while, and they're in this house, and I'm heading over to Capricorn, and it'll be the first time the moon has entered Capricorn for over 18 months without that south node there in Capricorn. So coming into a real big meeting up with the big three, this coming up on this weekend. So we have, because this moon will be moving into Capricorn. So, and it's going to, by Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be meeting up with Pluto, Jupiter, and then eventually move in with Saturn. And Saturn is going retrograde at 9:09 p.m. Pacific time. So that would be 10:09 our time in Alberta. That Saturn will go retrograde on Sunday evening. So we have this energy of, where Saturn is also, here we have these planets all going retrograde, and Saturn is writing out its final, sort of like he's leaving the resort, and he's saying, okay, guys, I've taken you guys as far as I can go. Here it is. Here's the instructions. Here's the checks. Here's the money. Here's whatever you need. I'm out by Sunday night. See ya. And I'll see you in a few months. So Saturn is going to be checking out over the next little while. And then all of a sudden we have Venus is checking out. She's going into the underworld. And then we have Jupiter is saying, well, fuck this. I ain't going to stick around either. I'm leaving too. So we have, and plus Pluto. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 planets, major planets, all in retrograde for some time. And so this energy that's coming in is really, looking at our direction. And we've done a lot of contemplation, right? We've done a lot of we've done the meditations. We've done a lot of releasing. Now it's taking that time, taking action, going forward, even though they are retrograde. This is about us looking at, okay, where is it that we want to go? Yet, when I pulled the cards out today, where's that other card? She's hiding. When I pulled the cards out today, and the energies for today, it was quite funny because I got the Ace of Cups was reversed, and now she's hiding. So I don't know where the Ace of Cups is, or she might be in my book. So the Ace of Cups was reversed. There she is. Or the Page of Cups was reversed. So we had the Page and the Two of Wands reversed. So I see these two being reversed, And when I look at this one here, and he's being reversed, I mean, this is all about, this is young, new ideas, but I'm not getting my way. I'm not getting what I want when I want it. And in comes Two of Wands is about balance and passion, right? Is your deck upside down? Yes, it is. And they come in reversed. Well, that's tantrum time. So you're going to find a lot of people, with this energy that's coming in, and especially with the Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, of I'm not getting my way. I'm not getting it the way I want to get it. This is not what I want. And so a lot of emotion. So you have fire and water coming up. There is, the moon is in Sag right now and just passed over the nodes. It's like, this is not what I expected when I came in here. What's going on? Where is it? Where is everything that I want? Where's that balance that I want in my life? How is this looking? How is this feeling? So there's a lot of this energy of, having tantrums, yes, and saying, what the hell's going on? So with all of this comes in, of course, who wants to come in and bring it clarity? Because that's what air is. Air wants to bring in some clarity, wants to bring in some understanding in this. And then comes the King of Swords. He wants to bring some clarity in amongst all of the stuff that's going on. He wants you to really begin to understand what's happening. And take a moment and really look at directions of where you're going. Look at how you're feeling. And allow yourself to know that, okay, there's some things that are going well, some things aren't, but I'm going to start looking at what I can work on. I'm going to start doing what I can at this time. That's where, with all this retrograde coming in, it's saying, okay, look at what you can do. All right. So it's getting a view of what's coming out. It's allowing you to see things in a new perspective and allowing to give you some clarity through it all. But it's so difficult when we're all having tantrums and we're all getting all pissy about things. We don't want to have it this way. We can't do it this way. And this guy's doing this way and that and that and that, that. And it's like, whoa, chill out. Shellac a bit. Bring it in. Think about all that work and all that releasing and all those feelings that you've been feeling recently and even over the last 2 years. So we begin to start to say, hey, you know what? For the past 18 months, I've been going through some real crazy stuff, right? I've been trying to set down a new foundation. I've been coming into more of my emotions and understanding how I want to feel. And I want to bring this forward. I want to start bringing this in with a lot more clarity. When we're having the tantrums in that, we can't bring it in with clarity. We want to rise up to what we want and where we want to go. And we're going to be finding ourselves torn and pulled in a lot of ways. There is a trine there. I mean, we have Saturn or Venus is squaring over to Neptune. So there's a little bit of delusionment in there, having a little bit of delusion. She's a little bit ahead of Neptune. So she is, she's squaring them off and looking for, where is that reality? Where is that what I do want? Because I want to feel good. She wants to feel good. Venus she wants to feel good. And she knows she's going to be going on a deep and dark adventure for 40 days and 40 nights. And then we have Neptune squaring off with the moon. And he's saying, okay, what do we need to do? We need to follow our intuition. You need to start listening to your intuition. You know where to go. You know what to be doing, but you got to listen to your intuition. Only you know what your intuition is. So that's where the king comes in. And even though the King of Swords isn't, so much intuitive, but he understands that when the information comes in, Okay, that's giving me clarity. That's giving me centeredness. Yes. Yes, this is how I need to work on my relationships. This is how I need to work on my projects. This is what I need to set in motion in order to bring changes in. So it's like if I love photography and I've been doing taking pictures or what, maybe this is the time to upload them and work on them and put them out there. This is a time of looking at the things that you have been doing and something that brings in that desire, that passion for you to go forward with. So there is that, but we still have a lot of people out there that are going to be having tantrums. They're not liking the guidelines, or they're opening up too slow, or this is happening, or that is happening. So they feel like they are being oppressed still. So we're going to see over this weekend a lot of things sort of exploding out. A lot of people feeling unsatisfied with what is happening or how things are happening. So we're going to be seeing that, and we could be seeing that in our own lives. So this is really about, looking down, hunkering down, and especially with Mars is going and making a over to Venus. She is making a trine and saying, hey, you know what, we can make this happen. It's going to be a little bit different than what we thought it would be, but we can make this happen. We're going to make this happen in some kind of new way. And of course, Uranus is still there. Uranus is, he's making and he's throwing things around because he's squaring over to Saturn. And he's squaring over there to Saturn, and he's going to throw things out, throw a few little curveballs out there, because that's what Saturn does, or that's what Uranus does. He throws in some curveballs, and that's what he's been doing, right? So there's been some curveballs that have been thrown in, and Pluto is wanting to make changes. Looking at the thing, looking at how things are going, and how we need to make changes within our own personal world, along with Jupiter there. So we're in kind of, that's why I think people are getting a little frustrated, overwhelmed. But there is clarity that's there. And I think we just have to take that moment to sit and breathe. And we'll find the clarity. We'll find that that's that. And, I got that window coming in and shining in, and that little opening that's coming in and saying, here you are, let's go through it. And in there comes this beautiful energy and field that's there, that's bringing in the love and the faith and the hope with the added luck. So it's like the 4-leaf clover, right? So bringing in the faith and the love and, bringing in that energy for us and saying, hey, let's go with this and let us flow. I know Sunday evening with Saturn, or we're probably going to be feeling that before, as he starts to look like he's going back in, reversing, slowing down. So it is good, but we got to really watch how our temperament is going to be this weekend. If you're feeling like you're really going to blow up, or if you're just overwhelmed, you got to get into your breath work and start to really refocus on, okay, if it's health, how can I refocus on my health? What can I start doing? There's lots there for us to start working on. So it's kind of a bit of a crazy weekend, but it's all about intuition and following that intuition. And they want me to shuffle this and pull out a couple more cards. So that's what I'm going to do. So we have it'll be a new journey. So the new journey's coming in with everything. And sometimes when we're going on a new journey, maybe we don't want to. I mean, this kind of reminds me my one, when one of my kids, he was, I don't, how old was he at the time? Anyways, he didn't want to, he was tired, and we had dinner and everything. And then we thought it'd be great to go to the park, and the park that we went to in Penticton was right by the beach. So it was really, nice to go down there, let them play. And then we'd go down by the beach and they could just sort of run around on the beach. And one didn't want to go. He did not want to go on this journey. He did not want to go there. He just didn't feel like he wanted to go. And he had a meltdown. And that's where I feel like for, a lot of people may be going on this, hey, this looks great. Let us go over here. Yeah, let's go to the park. Let's do all of this. But you might have your intuition saying, no, I just don't want to go. I don't know why I don't want to go, but my feelings are I just need to take some time and breathe. That's where I need to go. So even though with this journey coming in, it's taking the time of feeling it, and the divine directive that's coming in is trusting in it. 5 of Swords. You got to trust in it. Not everybody, some things are going to be severed. Some alliances that you had are no longer going to be in that alignment for you. And sometimes, and many times when you're wanting to take that directive, when you're wanting to take that new journey, not everybody's going to be on board. They're going to say, well, why do you want to take, why do you want to stay home and rest? Because I'm tired. I don't want to get out there. I'm not ready to interact with a whole bunch of people. I really want to just sort of allow myself to slowly integrate myself back and do my breath work. So, don't force yourself and then have a crazy meltdown. Know that you have the clarity to trust yourself on the journey to go forward on. Not everybody's going to agree with it. Such is life. Such is life. And there's some, yeah, that's about all I have. I was going to talk a little bit about the 250-year Saturn or Pluto return for the United States, and that's why there's so much disruption happening in the States. We will never experience that in our personal life, at least at this time. We're not living 250 years. We get a Saturn return, which usually happens between the ages of 28 and 30, thereabouts, 31. And then, so we have that would be our first Saturn return. And that's usually when a lot of people, we call you grow up. You get new ideas. You're really starting to get more focused on what you want to do in your life. And right now with the Pluto one for the United States, it's about huge, heavy transformation that's happening, and especially being in Capricorn. So there is that energy of structure, of what the structure should be, what the structure should look like, and bringing that structure back in and changing it. A lot of people have to go back to work next week. And a lot of discord is in the air. Yeah, exactly. Because not everything, I don't think, through that all, I think a lot of people they don't feel comfortable with it. So some people just want to throw it all back together and fine. For me, what I look at, because nothing's changed for me. Like, I'm still doing what I do. I still work, and I'm still, I still know when my weekends are. But for other people, yeah, it's been sort of like a vacation day almost every day. But we also have to, a lot of this is coming in where a lot of people with mental health issues and other things that are happening within people's lives, abuse. And, just going back to that Pluto return with the United States, it is shaking it up of saying, okay, is this what we wanted when we came to this new world? Is this the way that we wanted this? And having freedom can be wonderful, but having freedom can also cause a lot of discord. That's a good word. there, Amanda. It's like a lot of discord, you know. You can have too much freedom. Like if you give your 4-year-old all the freedom and to be able to eat and do whatever they want, well, that can cause a lot of havoc in the house and even within their own lives, right? They need to have some kind of structure, some kind of form. So it's almost where there's this growth period that's coming in for them that is bringing in change for them. It's like you're coming from a child into that adolescence, and then from that adolescence, now you have to be an adult, and you have to take responsibility for the things that you are doing. And I feel like, not only is that happening with, the United States, but I think that's happening a lot within our own lives of saying, okay, it's time to, this is time to take responsibility in our world and take responsibility with what you are doing and how you are doing it. And it's so important to take that responsibility. But, does everybody want to take that responsibility, or do they like to just slough off, and that, owning it is a big one as we're coming into this new energies that are coming forth for us that we've never lived with before in our lifetime. So there is that movement of change, a movement of looking at, is this, I've had 6 weeks off or 8 weeks off or however long it is. And now I have to look at, is this really where I want to go back? Do I want to go back? What does it mean to go back? And, looking at that, some people have been working from home, and it's like, oh, okay, I kind of like working from home, or I don't like working from home. I really need to have that community and how that looks. So there's just a lot of things up in the air. I go, what I love to do, for me, it's like looking at the astrology and sort of seeing how it's unfolding for it. And when you look at the astrology and how it unfolds, it is, you just take it for what it is, right? You take it, okay, it's telling me about intuition. Well, you can take it. This is like, it's showing me with that Neptune and the moon. It's showing me, okay, that has a lot, because the moon is intuition. Neptune is intuition. Neptune is at 20 degrees. Never had Neptune at 20 degrees in our lifetime. So that's coming into some more new energies of understanding our own selves, coming into our own spirituality, and looking at how that spirituality is reflecting in our life and reflecting in our everyday life. And with Venus going to the underground, I mean, she is our part of who our feminine part, our intuition, and saying, okay, you really got to tack hold. You really got to hang on to what you truly believe is true for you, and not get pulled away and say, hey, let's go to the park. Let's go over here. It's going to be fun. And you don't want to, because that's not in your alignment. So this is going to cause a lot of people, a lot of disruption that's going to come in. And especially, the thing is that the biggest, for this year, it's that Jupiter coming into Capricorn. He's not happy there. That's not his home. He's in his dad's home, and there's restrictions coming into a place where there are restrictions. And Jupiter and Saturn is, Saturn rules Capricorn and he rules Aquarius. So he's in this spot of saying, I'm good either way. I mean, I go back to Aquarius. It's just going to get me, when I do go back in December, I go back into Aquarius and I'm going to be going straight. I'm going to be going, all the way in. You won't be seeing me retrograde back into Capricorn for another 30 years. So we have this like, okay, this is sort of like the final, what kind of things do you really want to build? Because Capricorn brings in buildings, brings in that foundational work. What do you really want to start building on so that you can carry forth for you for quite some time going forward for you? For some of you, in 30 years, it's like, oh, okay, I'm only going to be 60, or I'm only going to be 50. What am I going to be building in that time? It's a long time. Some of us are going to be a lot older. So it's looking at, different forms of foundation. It's going to come in. So this weekend is really kind of a little bit of a determining factor for us It is one that's going to be really getting us to go into a lot of our spirituality, a lot of our intuition, and having our faith going forward. Love you guys so much. And hey, look down. If you haven't looked at my little ticker tape thing going across, we got the Shamanic Intuitive class coming in on June 2nd. So if you want to register for that, we also have book readings, book a reading, pick a price, $50, $90, $160. So book, get a hold of me through direct message me or through my email. And then we also have the psychic medium development class that's coming up also. So there's some really cool things that are happening at the Guru Mama House. And so come on in and see me. Everything is on Zoom. Everything is virtual and everything's, I do it live. So come on in and so you can connect with some really beautiful people from all different parts of the world. So blessings, everybody. And thank you so much for joining me today. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you do and all that you say and all that you be. Blessed be everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.